All right, guys, I am back and I've done a little bit here and there on this journal as I have been loading videos and stuff like that. So not too much. So just to kind of catch you up where we are. I don't even remember where we stopped. Oh, I remember. We cut all these pieces here and I haven't done any of that, but I have started putting gosh darn it. Okay, there we go. Some little die cuts. I think I said in the last video I was gonna start doing some die cuts to do that, so that's just what these are. And I don't have those out anymore. One set of them, as I said, one set of them is these right here, the Tim Holtz Cizik. And that's the number 664163. And then the other one is clear across the room, and it's one of the big die cuts, like the big block ones. So yeah, I've just kind of been sticking some flowers and some scraps down, just so like every page has a little something on it. See, we need to get some paper clips done. So I'm trying to kind of decide what to work on in this video. Do we finish the ruffles? Yeah, I think we're going to finish ruffles and page decor and see how far we get for that one. And then hopefully that won't take too terribly long. And then we will just start maybe into some paper clips maybe. See, and this one still needs a pocket. And I know what I'm going to do for that. So I don't know if we'll end up getting that one done on air or not. Okay, so this was marking where I was. So let's go ahead and just start throwing some stuff on the papers. And I went ahead and printed a couple of the pages of the kit again, just so that I can use the, I will basically fussy tear around them and just attach it to the page. I'll kind of show you what I've been doing in that way. And I printed it just on regular paper, not anything special. So yeah, I've just been kind of tearing and just making small little tiny paper embellishments, I guess. Nothing crazy. But it's just also another way that you can use your kits just to do other little things. So yeah, it is actually Saturday here, and I, for a little bit, a couple hours probably, am home alone. That's weird. I miss my babies like crazy. I don't know, a small part of me is kind of enjoying working. Like, I feel guilty about it a little bit, but I'm kind of enjoying that me time, I guess, even though it is work. Because I don't, new subscribers probably wouldn't know this, but I'm kind of a stay-at-home mom, unless they've gone back and watched videos and whatnot. But yeah, so anyhow, I hope you guys are all doing well. And we're just basically keeping on here. I think maybe I'll use this one. I think that might be perfect there. Yeah, okay. So yeah, not a whole lot to report through the week. I have finally placed that order for those chickens I was telling you guys. I don't know how quickly they will arrive. Because by the time I really decided I wanted them, the one particular hatching had already shipped and they didn't have any more. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have to glue that other one separately. So glue stick, not a real great idea for this one. Just saying, so you know, glue stick and light paper on something that's kind of like delicate, not a great idea. I mean, we're still going to use it and just piece it together, but yeah. Anyhow, and then I decided, I don't know if I said anything, but I've never really had a dining room table, like a formal one or anything like that. And a couple weeks ago when we were shopping for the new mattress for the camper, I ran across this table set that I just totally fell in love with. And it's gorgeous. And it's a little bit more than I've ever spent on a piece of furniture. So I was feeling a little bit guilty about spending any money on it because that's kind of how I am. But again, I just don't really spend a whole lot of money on me. And so I think I have decided that I'm going to go ahead and get the dining room table. All right, so this one, I'm going to put, because this one is writable. So we'll put that there. And let's see, we're going to the top this time. And I think, I don't know if I just used that one. I've got some different colored ruffles in here. Maybe we'll use this one on this. And then I've got some of the little greens. We'll use the other one, the darker green on this one. Okay. Anyways, sorry, I'm kind of talking to myself, which I mean, obviously I kind of do all the time because of the videos. But eventually you hear it. I'm kidding. I am so weird today. So last night I had every intentions of recording some videos and getting my bed changed, like the sheets changed out and all that jazz. And I just laid down for like 10 minutes on my bed and was watching a video, and that was probably like 8:30 maybe. The next thing I knew, it was 1:30 in the morning. I woke up cold. Because of course I wasn't snuggled under a blanket or anything. So yeah, I had to get up, go to the bathroom, get something to drink, and I realized I hadn't taken my medicine. So I had to take it at 1, which I hope that's okay, but whatever. So then, yeah, I laid down again, and then I didn't wake back up until like 6:45 this morning. I don't know what that was all about, but I'm going to say I'm grateful for the sleep. That was pretty cool. And I don't actually know where I got these ruffles. I mean, like I know where I purchased them, like when, but I don't know from who anymore. And I'm just going to cut them down just a little bit because they're a little bit wide. It was on one of Keisha's live sales. A lady there was selling them. So, like I said, I don't really have any idea what her name even is now. Yeah, I can't, and it was months ago. Probably January would be my guess. So yeah, like I said, I am feeling just a tad guilty for ordering my table, but I'm sure I'll get over the guilt really fast. At least I'm hoping I do. Yeah. Let's see. What do we have over here? Those are kind of big. Let's do this one. So, I hope you guys are all doing well. Did I already say that? I don't think that I did. At work, I'm almost done with my asset sheets, which I know I keep kind of saying that, but like this time I'm really in the home stretch. I've got 13 more assets to account for, and I'm pretty close to making all the numbers match. So I'm pretty excited about that because I'll be moving on. And I think I've said before, I'm kind of working for, I call it kind of the baby company of the parent company. It's kind of, I mean, it's its own entity, but it's kind of like an offshoot of the other company. That said, my next adventure, and it's going to be, and that's another reason why I'm kind of hoping to get a ton of videos filmed the next couple of weeks to carry me over, because I'm going to have to travel to Denver for quite a few days to take like actual visual inventory. So yeah, that will be interesting. I'm kind of hoping that they just kind of put me in a hotel room, because that's going to be a whole lot of hours on the road, because it's like an hour and 20-ish, I think, from my house to that other plant. So if I have to work like 8 to 5, that means I've got to leave here no later than 6:30. So yeah, 6:30, and then that won't put me home until after 7. So kind of just hoping they'll put me down either in a hotel or at the very least, yeah, compensate somehow, because that's a whole lot of commute. And I don't know if I signed up for all that. No, I did, but, and even if they don't, I'll still do it. But I mean, obviously, because it's my job, but I'm kind of hoping they'll just make a couple of concessions. It'd be great if it, like, if I were down there in a hotel, then I could go in early, stay late for like 2 or 3 days, and be done instead of having to spend like 2 weeks. Is that making any sense? That would be awesome. Oh, and I guess I should say, I don't think I said this earlier, but I did, these die cuts are out of the background papers. So don't forget that you can use your kits that way too. Throw them through your die cutter. Not throw them, but, you know, wheel them through your die cutter. Okay. And more middle and end. Let's see. What do we got that's super pretty? Let's see if we could do one of these, because this will kind of tie in the colors. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited to be done with that one. The other one's going to be even worse, because nobody's really done what I need to do for like literally like 30 years. Which, I mean, it's okay, but, and it'll be good to have it done. And then I think they're charging me with like a new system of accounting for them, like accounting for the new assets purchased. So that will be interesting on creating that whole spreadsheet, because like, and when I say assets, I mean like, I don't know if anybody would care to know this information, but like the molding machines that they have, each one is in between like 120,000 to 175,000. So they're pretty spendy, and they're huge. Like the things that they manufacture at these plants are like, if you think medical supply, like, you know, like on like a saline bag, at like where everything connects into the bag to go down the tubing, there is that little, we call it a flange. It's like a circle, and then it has like a post that comes up out of it, and then you would stick your tubing to that. That's pretty much what we manufacture. And then, I mean, that's one thing. That's actually, that is something new. I went in yesterday to the clean room again for a couple hours before my regular shift. So yeah, I had to like do what they call quality control, and I had to inspect every part that was being produced. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. So we do that, and then there's like when, I think they're called cannulas, maybe. But anyways, they have a plastic fitting. Okay, so a plastic piece that's like Y-shaped, and it has like it's like barbs. I can't think of the name of like a layman's term form, but barbs that have like a port through them, and it splits. It's like a splitter basically. And I'm hoping to kind of if we have like junk ones that can't, like, obviously, I mean, it's been QC'd or quality control checked, and if it fails the tests, then they obviously have to take care to dispose of them and whatever. And if it's not a medical part, the interesting part is that they can grind up that plastic, and then they can reuse it in non-medical parts, like in boats. They also make these connectors for like sprinkler systems, you know, things like that. So if a part, like if in the medical, since it's all like sanitary and whatever, if it runs badly or whatever, then they can run it, or like they can grind it and reuse it somewhere else. So it's really kind of a whole clean-ish thing to do. I mean, I don't know what happens after they make the medical parts, like as far as like what am I trying to say? Like once it leaves our facility and goes like into a hospital, I don't know where exactly it would go from there. Like, I don't know that hospitals or anything can recycle those kind of things, but it'd be kind of cool if they could. Towards just kind of like a whole like round robin complete system, right? Anyways, yeah, it's where I'm working is pretty fascinating. I'm intrigued almost every day. I'm gonna ask if I could take a video to kind of show you guys where I'm working. I'll try to keep like all names and everything out of it, but I don't know. Some of you I'm sure will find it really fascinating, but like, and they have this big machine, and I can tell you the name of it, but I don't know, like, the company that produces it's called Motan, and it's like a whole operating system. So like it supplies all the power to the big molding machines to make the stuff, and then it also they make we have like these big, if you think about them, like big vats kind of that we fill with the plastic material. Then it's got like this vacuum system, and it goes like, it sucks it up and it takes it through the building to like the different molding machines. So like it's all programmed. I am constantly fascinated by this whole thing. Like, I have not been bored one day since I've been in there. I mean, I learned something new every day. So yeah, maybe they'll let me. Oh, and I think I might have mentioned it before, but like, this particular company is like one of the only companies in the world that produces that corrugated tubing, like the stuff on anesthesia, like anesthesia machines, and it ranges in size. Oh man, it's fascinating. I'm probably boring the heck out of you guys, but yeah, it's pretty fascinating. And I think part of why I'm so drawn to this portion of the business is because it's like every time that machine produces another part, it's helping to save another life. And I think that is just way cool, that we're almost like at the starting line, right? Like of creating stuff that saves people's lives, right? Like we're at this We're at like ground zero. Like I said, for the IV bags, like it starts with the bag and it starts with the flange, right? And then it just gets built up from there until it gets to the hospital, right? You know, I don't know. I guess we just all kind of look at things just a little bit different and everything. Am I even in? Okay, I am. I was like, oh, am I? I didn't even check that. And I haven't been checking lately, which I had normally done, but for whatever reason, see, that other page can be written on. So anyways, and you just probably were like, what did she just say? This page right here, it can be written on. In the last video, I think I told you guys that I was only going to do pockets on the ones that can't be written on. There you go. Oh my goodness. And I do have a feeling we're going to have to rearrange some of these because like it's really heavy in the middle. So I'm going to have to kind of put just rearrange the pages a little bit. I don't know what to do on this one. Should I just keep it simple? And do one of these. Sorry, I guess you don't need a big old shot of my arm, huh? I don't know if I've used this one yet. Let's just keep it simple. And I'm mumbling again. Anyways, yeah, I am like a kid in a candy store when it comes to going to work there. Like, it's fascinating every day. And I really do love the people I work with. They are some pretty stellar people. I probably frustrate them a little bit by asking so many questions. Like the one guy in the machine room, I'm sure he gets a little irritated because I'm always asking questions. But I mean, like, how can you not be fascinated by watching these big things? Oh, and they have these, what they call ultrasonic welders. Holy moly. Those things are crazy accurate within like fractions. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen happen. Yeah. And the kid who manages that area, man, he's adorable. He's kind of shy and he doesn't talk much. And you know me, I talk too much most of the time. And so I'm forever teasing him. Like the other day, yesterday, he said 23 words to me, which is the most he's ever said to me. And so then he giggles and walks away. And apparently I'm the only one he doesn't talk around. So I just thought that was kind of silly and fun. He's a good kid though. I mean, I say kid, but I don't even really know how, like most of the people I work with are like in their late 20s, early 30s. So of course I feel like the old maid of the group. I think there's only probably two other people in that building that even come close to my age. Like, well, the owners are older. And then my boss is a little bit older, but not much. And then there's one other guy who's, I think, a year or two younger than me, and then me. So yeah, all the other ones are, oh, I guess one of the guys in the clean room is older than I am. But other than that, that's it. The rest of them are all young punks. And they're not punks, they're good kids. But I think the older we get, the more we call the younger generations kids. I don't know. I mean, that kind of seems like it for me, but. Okay, what do I want on this side? What if we did a little black one there? Kind of brought some of that out. That one too small though. I think that one. Yeah, I wanted a little longer. So anyhow, now that I've totally chewed your ear off, I mean, I guess that's what I'm supposed to do, right? don't really have that many pages left. So maybe once we get, yeah, okay. Maybe once we get the rest of these pages done, because this one can be written on, so we won't put any, we'll put these on, but we won't put anything else on them, so to speak. Okay. I mean, I didn't even finish what I was going to say, did I? I really like how those look on these papers. And then with just a tiny little embellishment from the kit. Yeah, it's pretty cute. Anyways, so we'll do that, and then I will probably pause the video and grab some other items to decorate with, and we'll start in on the tags that we're gonna need. Would look with that pink butterfly. I don't know. Let's just find out. I'm getting to the point of the journal, which I know I discussed in the last journal, that I'm like excited to just be done with it. Not because I'm not enjoying it, but because I really just want to see how it looks in the final making. I think I kind of like that, but I do think I'm gonna highlight, like, ink it, darken it up just a little bit. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited to start that other one for Crafty Cat. I think it's Industrial is the one I'm using, I think. So, but I've got to dye some papers, and so I made a commitment to myself that tomorrow I will be filming the coffee dyeing videos, and I ordered some of Amy's stencils, and we're going to give it a whirl to see what happens with it. As far as figuring out, like, will a stencil work on them? I don't know. We're gonna find out. It may, and then it may not. Oh, and you know what? Right after I get done with this, I need to film the new giveaway video for this week. And I gotta get it done and loaded today, because, I mean, what's the point of having a giveaway every week if you don't load the video, right? Oh. I do love hanging with you guys. This one in the middle of the page. How about that? That's different, huh? Okay. All right. I've been kind of wanting to use this one on one of the pink pages. So let's just get that one cut out and see what we get. I think I'm going to put that one up in the corner, or in that general vicinity. It's awfully quiet here. It's kind of a bummer that I forget to look at the time these days when I'm filming. Okay, that has something. Oh, we're in the home stretch, guys. Only a couple more. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and nope, I don't want either of those. Let's just keep it simple and use this little guy down there. Now, this is gonna sound really bad, but yeah, you're probably gonna start hearing motorcycles again. But today is Saturday, so it's big boy motorcycle now, meaning Harleys. And tonight will be the kiddos on their, I don't know exactly what the Kawasaki ones, but here in my neck of the woods, we call them crotch rockets. I don't know if that's an acceptable term or not, but I'm definitely not a fan of any motorcycle per se, not because I don't want people to have fun, but because some of the coolest people I've ever known have died on a motorcycle. My cousin being one of them. And actually his birthday would be this upcoming Saturday, so like in a week. So that, and we were 12 days apart. I think I've talked about that, but not for a really long time. We were really close growing up. We loved each other very much. I sure do miss that punk. And I think he probably really, I mean, like, I don't know if people, I mean, I fully believe that he's in heaven. He was that kind of magnificent soul. And he had the smile. Oh my goodness. It's kind of a wonder he didn't have more girlfriends, if I'm being honest, because he had this smile that literally lit up the room, and he had the soul to match it. He was like one of those once in a lifetime people, right? Like, I've never met another person like him in my entire life, that were really just as sweet and gentle as he was. And boy, did he love babies. He came to the hospital when Bo was born, and then he would come visit me at my house over in Greeley. And I mean, I think it really was to come play with Bo. But yeah, Bo took to him. Like, Bo was kind of a I don't want to say a withdrawn child, but definitely on the shyer type. And I mean, Gracie didn't know a stranger, but Bo, on the other hand, he definitely did. He was very reserved when it came to people he wasn't around a lot. And so yeah, he took to Scott like crazy. Like, there was no question who had his heart and his attention. Like, yeah, it was pretty amazing. And then yeah, he died in April of 2021. No, 2001, sorry. Right before Bo was born in September, and Scott passed away in April. Yeah, and it was so weird. We had and I might have said something about this in a couple of videos ago, because I almost feel like I've talked about it before. Right before he passed away, we had our class reunion, and it was one of those things where I could take Bo with me. And so I brought Bo, and Scott, since we went to the same high school, Scott wouldn't put him down. And when he carried a baby, he carried them eye to eye. They weren't down on his hip. They were right at shoulder height. And he oh man, he had just an amazing soul. It's he saw the value in every human, whether they deserved it or not. I guess that's one of the, yeah. And he told you so. You know, like, one of my fondest memories, I think, is of, now it just flooded my mind. Sorry guys, because I was looking at this thinking, do I want to use this one or not? And what was I saying? Oh, well, and I guess one of the ways, like, to kind of explain, like, I don't want to say this, like, I don't know if it'll sound weird or whatever, but like, there was over 500 people at his funeral. And even us as his family didn't realize how many lives he had touched. But yeah, in my opinion, it takes a very, very unique person to be able to have that many people show up at your funeral, you know, like, and it wasn't just like teenagers. It was like past teachers, old bosses of like places he no longer worked. Of course, there was a lot of his motorcycle buddies. They were there. What else? Okay, that's it for those pages. Okay, awesome. Okay, let's get these on. The ruffles. There we go. I was like, what am I trying to say? Spit it out. Spit it out. Yeah. So, I mean, there was so many people from every walk of life there. I mean, you had business people and you had, teenagers, you had young adults, you had middle-aged coworkers. I mean, the kid was adored. And I say kid because he died so young, but yeah, it still to this day, like, just takes my breath away at how much of an amazing human he was. They don't make them like that very often anymore. So yeah, this time of year I get kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Nostalgic, maybe. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, I do get a little nostalgic because I do miss him a lot. Because I think Gracie would have been the apple of his eye. Especially how driven she is. I think he would have totally adored her. And Bo, for that matter. I mean, I already know that he did. Bo, because obviously he got to meet him, but yeah. So anyways, why I started telling you that is because, like, it drives me nuts with these Kawasaki motorcycle type things, because they just don't get how much heartbreak they're gonna bring, you know. I mean, and Scott didn't either. Like, it's one of those double-edged swords, right? Like, you don't want people not to live the life that they want, right? But man, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty heartbreaking. And I'm sure those of you that have been through it can really understand. I mean, losing a loved one is obviously pretty bad, but when they're only 20, wait, how old was he? He was 23, right? 76 to 2001. Is that 20? Jeez, how, okay. Math girl at work. Maybe I've just been doing too many numbers at work. Or maybe it's the pressure of the camera. I'm not sure. Anyways, yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? All right, so I'm going to pause the video, see how many minutes we are in now. And I'm going to set this aside to dry, and we need 2 paper clip ideas. And I think I have at least 1, probably 2, I think. And I think you'll like at least one of them. I mean, you'll probably like them both, but, and they're not anything like to write home about as far as like genius level. I mean, we've seen them before, but they are really cool. So, Yeah, okay, so that finishes those off. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna see how many minutes and then see how many more minutes I can go, because this one is airing on Monday. So yeah, it'll just be like a 30-minute video. If for whatever reason we've gone extra, then I will just start a whole new video. All right, guys, I will be back soon.